Welcome to the 2023 Class Office Forum. So the rules of the forum is each candidate will have 2 minutes of thinking time and then 1 minute to say their response.
Class of 2023, I'm Linda Bach and I'm running to be your class president.
Hi, I'm Angelique Vo and I'm running to be class of 2023's vice president.
So the first question is, what new ideas do you have for your class office this upcoming school year?
So my main goal is to definitely make our senior year memorable, exciting, and remarkable for all of us. Some specific new ideas I have for our class office this upcoming school year is by having an extremely exciting and fun senior sunrise and picnic, by having potential food trucks, different types of foods you all want to eat, having possible fun activities such as maybe like kites, lanterns, and anything else you all want to participate in. I'd also like to organize an extremely memorable and exciting prom by having photo booths, DJ music, bunch of good food catering, activities, just like a really amazing venue with an exciting prom environment. I also think it's important to continue our feedbacks and opinions and inputs and thoughts from our class by also still keeping up our anonymous forums and by putting up polls on our Instagram.
The new ideas I have for the upcoming school year is more fundraisers, since although we did have a lot of fundraisers this year, we didn't complete the goal that we were looking forward for prom. And we should try new spots such as crumble cookies or different food spots more than just boba, because the more range we have, I feel the more money we would raise. And I think we should have more merch, but more affordable merch.
Next question. Have you been involved in your class for the past few years of high school? If not, why?
Over the past 3 years, I would help out painting with other class officers until like 8 to 10 p.m. during HOCO and BOT season, making airband props, organizing airband, creating airband's mixtape, and helping out with airband. I was also a part of last year's airband and this year's airband for HOCO, Christmas, and BOTC. I would spend a lot of time painting, help making props, and I would spend my own money for our class necessities. I also helped out organize fundraisers and plan things ahead of time so we can get events scheduled. I was also able to implement more fundraisers this year compared to our last 2 years before. We also came up with video montages for our class, and we got a chance to get more merch for our class besides class shirts, as you have seen, such as the hoodies that I'm wearing right now, and the pins, tutus, and the tote bags. We also utilized anonymous forums and polls so we could listen to your opinions and thoughts. When we had distance learning, I took the position of co-historian, where I edited our airband videos, participated in them, and edited our flyers.
Thank you.
In the past 3 years of high school, I've been in leadership all 3 years. And although I haven't joined many clubs, I did join a club this year, but I'm also the former treasurer. So I've been involved in making all the fundraisers and all the paperwork. And I've helped out in rallies for the past 3 years.
Next question, specifically towards the vice president candidate. How do you plan on leading the class? What vision do you have as a vice president of your class?
To the upcoming school year, I plan on helping the president be more organized, because this year we were kind of new to a lot of things like BOTC and we didn't really know what to do. And with the past experience from this year, I think I'll be able to help organize and plan it out more smoothly. And my visions as vice president is to overall make everyone more involved, because this year, this was like the new year of everything. Like we didn't really have BOTC or any of that. So it's a new year for everyone. I think next year we can do a lot better, although we did really well this year on BOTC and our spirit overall.
Okay, moving on to your position question. What makes you the most qualified for this position as president of your class office?
What makes me the most qualified for this position is that I have had a lot of passion and devotion in leading you all to a successful and exciting senior year that you deserve while working with my team. Because of my years in class office and getting the honor to serve as your class president this year, I was able to develop a solid establishment or foundation in executing the obligations of a president and a leader this year. That being said, I'm aware of all the struggles and ups throughout this position, as I'm able to manage any possible issues that may arise. I believe my hard work, dedication, passion, and the devotion I spent on our class these past 3 years is what makes me most qualified for this position.
Next question.
Why did you choose to run for your specific position?
I'm running for class president because I'm extremely passionate about our class. Being that it is our final year of high school, I want to share a memorable experience on our senior year that you all deserve. My drive, love, and passion for this class has never stopped and has only expanded and strengthened further to you all. I want to continue being involved on our school campus, bringing you guys to the table an extremely memorable senior year. I would like to make sure that you all can look back and be proud of our year in order to lead you all to a successful future that lies ahead of you. And I ran because I simply have a big heart for you all 2023. I also desire an amazing and exciting year just as much as you all want to. So I want to bring that to the table to all of you next year.
I chose to run for VP because although I was treasurer this past year, I want to go up under higher position so I can help out with my other cabinet, as well like the upcoming treasurers and secretary, and overall help out the president a lot more than I would have as a treasurer.
Next question. What is your personal definition of a leader?
Well, I believe my personal definition of a leader is someone who has great initiative and is prepared to guide and listen to your group towards reaching your goal. A leader is someone who can delegate and communicate in an effective manner with their team. A leader is someone who is calm, ready to take on tasks or challenges, empathetic, passionate, and kind. I'm confident and passionate in putting myself in a position where my peers are able to place their trust and responsibility in me, knowing that I will be able to lead them towards a successful future that lies ahead of them and leave them with exciting and a memorable experience.
My personal definition of a leader is someone who knows how to take charge and prioritize their responsibilities, all while knowing how to balance the work. And they also know how to incorporate others' ideas, not just their own.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave here at school?
I want to leave a legacy where I was someone that people could go for in need of support, someone kind, someone approachable and friendly, and someone there to help guide them if they needed assistance. I want to leave a legacy where I was able to open up my arms to other people when they needed help and to make your year fulfilling, to make high school more memorable for our class, and to make people feel happier going to school and feeling more inclusive. It would make me really happy to know I left a legacy where I made people's days at high school more happy, enjoyable, and memorable for them.
Although I don't want a certain legacy, I do want to leave our school with a lot of memories, and that us seniors next year will leave not regretting not having the full high school experience. And I want everyone to make sure that they enjoyed their time at Independence and not leave with a lot of regrets and saying that they missed out on this and that.
To everyone, describe one of your biggest weaknesses and how you plan on overcoming that.
One of my weaknesses as an officer is probably being burned out or handling amounts of stress. However, when I'm put under these situations, I can handle and prepare myself, since I do have had the experience this year and that I know what I'm dealing with next year since I have done it this year. And I do have days where I take care of myself, and so that I can be able to have a better mindset to help other people and be able to accomplish the duties I need to fulfill in my position. And it's really important to me next year that I don't overwork or overload myself. So that's why I actually decided to drop a lot of my extracurriculars that I took a part of this year so I can truly focus on class office, academics, and my mental health to avoid the burnt out and stress.
One of my biggest weaknesses is time management and last minute work, and I plan on overcoming that by making sure all of my schoolwork comes before anything, so I don't go behind and not stay on track with all my schoolwork and class office work.
To everyone, you are now part of class office and there was a conflict with other class officers. How do you plan on approach or solving the conflict?
It's really important to me to be open about it to my officers by talking about it in person and solving it amongst us in a private and respectful manner. It's really important to try and resolve it as soon as you can so people don't get upset at one another and that we can easily work together as a team. I personally think communication is important, empathy is important, and hearing each other's feelings is important, especially saying that I would take it in person. It's important to put pride and ego aside and really listening to both sides of the stories, figuring out a solution and trying to find a way to make things better and improve, because I believe at the end of the day, you work with a team and it's important to be able to solve and come up with solutions. So in the end, you can work together and address any issues and solve them respectfully to get all the duties that you need to fulfill.
With this question, I've had personal experience, and the best way to approach this is to have a meeting as a whole cabinet and talk it through. But if it's a personal problem with one specific person, then I would address with them first. But if it's a whole cabinet thing, we would have a cabinet meeting with our advisors and talk things through until we solve the conflict.
To everyone, how will you manage your time with extracurriculars, school, and your
How
position?
I'll balance and manage my time with extracurricular school and my position is by not putting a lot on my plate next year, knowing what I can handle and having my team to work with. I want to develop using a digital planner online, so that will help me a lot with managing my time. But I decided next year I'll be dropping a lot on my extracurriculars so I can put my full time and attentive into class office and my academics and my mental health. It's really important to manage my time, and I learned that a lot being a class officer this year, and I would really like to put that into the initiative in my senior year.
How I will manage my time with extracurricular school and in my position is I would always prioritize school first, because if I don't have my grades straight, then I don't think I can do the best I can at my position. And after school work will come the class office work, and then any extracurriculars like clubs will go behind that.
So that concludes our 2023 class forums.
Be sure to vote on May 2nd. Thank you.